Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin, and today we got our old GMC Duramax dually out in front of the shop. And I got a couple things that I need to take care of on this. One, when I was doing the head gaskets on this truck, I had it out in front of the shop for a couple months, and we had some rodents get in here, and I think they damaged the wires for the four-wheel drive, so four-wheel drive is inoperable right now. With it being winter and the possibility of snow, I'd really like that to work. The other issue we have, while I was doing head gaskets, I was up underneath here, I noticed the front differential seems like it's leaking pretty good, so I'd like to go ahead and get that fixed. So let's get the truck up in the air, crawl up underneath, and see what we need to do. So we're up underneath the truck now, and I think right here is our issue with our four-wheel drive. I believe this is a solenoid that engages it, and the wires coming into that plug are completely chewed and shot. So I got a new plug. I'm hoping we can just cut these off, splice in the new plug, plug it in, tape that up, seal it up, and that'll be good to go. But let's go ahead and get this skid plate out of the way to make that work a lot easier. I got the skid plate out of the way, and we're getting our first look at our differential leak, and I thought it was a seal here because I saw all the bottom side here was wet. But now that I'm looking at it, I think we got a leak here because that has quite a bit of oil. So I think there's a seal or something in here that went bad, and it's running down here and soaking the whole bottom of the differential. Because this side, from like here up, is pretty much dry. So I think that's our issue. I don't have the parts to fix that today. I'm gonna have to look into that further, but we can still hopefully get our four-wheel drive fixed. All right, so there should be a little latch on top. That should pop right out. So I got the plug pulled apart here. As I'm laying underneath here, I can see that this seal is leaking too. So I think I'm gonna have to go through and order both seals for both sides. We'll have to strip this all down, replace those seals. And that's gonna be, I think, a pretty big job. So I'm not even gonna worry about that today. But I think what we'll do is we'll grab the plug, we'll compare it to this plug, make sure I got the right one, and we'll start splicing it in. All right, so here's my new plug. Unfortunately, all the wires coming off the new plug are all white. So what I'm gonna have to do is just take them one at a time, make sure I match the right wire with the right port. But holding these up to each other, they definitely look like they're the same. So I think we're good to go. All right, so it looks like our white wire is this wire here. All right, so now I can just double check, make sure I got all my wires correct. That one, and I do not. That one's supposed to be my white. This one's supposed to be my red. This one's supposed to be my black. And this one's supposed to be nothing. So I gotta redo all that. All right. So this wire's supposed to be black. This wire's supposed to be gray. This wire's supposed to be nothing. This wire's supposed to be red, and that wire's supposed to be white. All right, we got that correct now. All right, so I got an extra wire here. I'm gonna put a butt connector on it just to protect the end of the wire. And then when I heat up and shrink wrap this, I'll just pinch it shut when I heat it, and that should seal the end. Now I can go ahead and heat shrink all this. Alright, so I got everything heat shrunk. I got the end of this one all pinched shut, so we should be ready to go ahead and seal this all back up. We'll get this all tucked back in. I think I'm actually going to start with some new stuff. Alright, so I got the wires all protected up. I got them taped as close to the end of the connector as I can to try to protect them from rodents again. I think we're ready to go ahead and snap this in. There we go. Alright, well before I go ahead and put the skid plate back on, I want to go and just test and make sure four-wheel drive is actually functioning and we don't have our error message. So we're up in the truck now. I had a service four-wheel drive warning coming on every time I started the truck. So let's start it up and see if that still shows up. Nope, no warning. I think we might have it fixed. So I'm not sure if that took care of my whole four-wheel drive problem or not. I know that definitely had to be fixed. It was definitely an issue. But I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the skid plate back on. We're going to lower this down, take it for a test drive, and see if that four-wheel drive engages. Alright, I got you guys up on the dash now. I'm in two-wheel drive. Still got no code saying service four-wheel drive. Let's give this a shot. Alright, turning into 4 high. Says it's engaged. make a sharper turn. Let's see if it hops. Oh yeah, we got 4-wheel drive. Awesome. Alright, let me try 4 low. Not that I ever use that often. Not wanting to go into 4 low. Well, at least we got 4 high working. I'm kind of disappointed 4 low's not working, but 4 low, I've never really used it. The only time I've ever used it when I was pulling out stumps and bigger bushes in the tree line, and I'm not going to do that kind of stuff with this truck. This truck is too nice to do that. I'll use my rusted out old farm truck. I'll get that fired up and I'll put that in 4 low and I'll beat on that thing and break that thing. Try to keep this thing nice. So I'm happy with that. It's good enough for now. We can always look into 4-wheel drive later. I am disappointed we didn't get to take care of that leak. However, that's probably a blessing because the temperature is dropping. So it was 20 degrees Fahrenheit when I came out this morning in the sun, started working on this. Now I'm in the shade, temperature's dropping, wind's picking up. It's supposed to be like -3 tonight, and it's going to be in the negative Fahrenheit for like the next 3 days. So it's going to be cold. So I'm ready to go inside and do something warm. So this worked out good. I got that fixed. We'll have to tackle the rest of the stuff later, so you'll have more videos to look forward to on fixing up the Duramax. Hopefully you guys found this entertaining. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.